Hello, welcome to another review. This is Figma Silent Hill 2 Red Pyramid thing. I thought it was called Pyramid Head. Well, apparently I'm wrong. Oh well. Oh look, it says it's free. So this is not a toy for age. Oh, this is not a toy full stop for ages 15 and up. This is not a toy, then what the hell is it? Oh, it must be that Toy Story thing. Oh, it's a collector's item. Must stay in the shelf and stuff. Mustn't play with it. Anyway, standard Figma size box, but the Pyramid Head, I'm gonna call him Pyramid Head because that's what I've been calling him for years. He's Pyramid Bloody Head. Besides, Konami is not making any more Silent Hill games, so I'll call it whatever I want. Silent Hill 2 logo there, not the crappy movie with a similar name, which is crappy. It's a comedy, actually, really bad comedy. The movie, that is, not the game. This is one of the best games ever made. Top of the box, just bottom of the box, slightly different pose actually. No, same pose. The side of the box has different poses. Standing there and standing forward. And here's the back. If you want to take a closer look at the box art, instruction manual, and for the shoot of the figure, please feel free to head over to the Facebook or click the link in the video description below. Notice that the box print actually continues on the lid, so because he's so bloody tall. So pull it out. Pull the whole thing out. Come on. Oh. Just like all Figma stuff, there is a cardboard stage on the back. Again, I really don't get the point with these cardboard stages. They give you a stand. I don't know. So this one actually has two trays because Pyramid Head is too tall. So the bottom thing, here you can see he's got the big sword, a bag to hold your accessories, a Ziploc bag, arm for the base, and a little thing that holds all the hands. So I'm going to take that out. So we'll keep the stage out with the arm. Hands and the sword. Notice that the Rebel Attack bootleg uses this arm system, which is weird, maybe, maybe. Okay, so let's quick look at the instruction manual. There's a Japanese side and an English side. So here's quickly at the Japanese side. No focus. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. And then yeah, we got this bag with all the hands inside, which is taped down. So there's also a spare hand connector in here. So just pull it open, get this out. Come on. Connector's actually in its own little bag. You can stick that back in there. We don't need this anymore. So apart from the fist hands already on him, he has, well, that blade of course. The hands, in terms of hands, let's see, he's got 2 relaxed hands, 2 spray open hands, and 2 holding the sword straight hands, and 2 holding the sword slightly slanted hands. And all the hands, I always assumed it's just the graphics back in PS2, so the hands look like, you know, didn't look like had fingers. I didn't realize that his hands, his flesh is sort of like he's wearing a glove. It's weird and nasty. I thought he actually had fingers that you couldn't see due to the graphics. I guess I'm wrong there, but he's still got Pyramid Head and not Pyramid thing. He's got his sword, which is it's not cutting me, but it definitely kind of stings a little bit when doing this. So do be careful. This is a pretty hard piece of plastic. So again, be careful. It does have some give, not too much. There's a hole in there. Maybe you can put it on your phone, like So it's a decent looking sword, definitely. So the figure itself, pop the top off. Okay, so Standard Figma plastic smell just wafted into my nose opening this. Because of the use of soft plastic that has that distinct smell. So we have the figure here, which you can just, let's get this out. It's got a lot of plastic here, just supposed to be protecting him. Let's get that plastic out the way. He also has an extra neck. Oh. And this spear, which can either plug into the staff, or the staff can plug into the neck. Like, i.e. he's being, you know, his death, so. So I'm going to pop his, so you got the head here, let me try to focus again. Pop the head off, it comes off quite easily. And you're supposed to pop the neck off as well. Come on. Come on. Come off, there we go. Then you stick this one on. Ooh, look inside. Ooh. Let me just get this arm in the right place. Turn it a little bit. Okay, let me try to plug that in. So that's in. I can put this head back on. Oh, whoops. This didn't come out right. You're supposed to take this little pin out of the neck, but I didn't say that in the instructions, so it's not my fault. So I'm going to put the actual head back on, which is harder than it seems because the peg inside just decided to move back in. So let's just get the peg back out. Come on. Come on. Seriously? You know, I'm not going to cut this video just to show you the frustration, the annoyance that when this happens. So be really careful this time and pinpoint, follow, come on the neck, get in, get in. Come on, come on. Okay. Jesus. So there we go. I just realized I snapped the spear accidentally slightly. I'll just super glue it back later. So look, so after all that hassle, I finally swapped the neck, and you can notice that this hole in there is barely visible. The point of this is you can plug this here, which is harder said than done. Can we just plug? Seriously, this isn't very fun at all. Oh, it's not a toy. Now I see why, because that crap we kind of screwed up. If you get it, the head just in the right position, you should be able to. Right. There. Plugged it in, kinda, and he's like, oh, I'm dead now, the spear's in my neck. Ding. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that out. Okay, so you see, you gotta push it down just in that angle and keep it there with one hand, and so you can push the other spear in. But you can see, you can barely see the hole there. So I'm not gonna swap the necks anymore. I'm just gonna keep this neck here because it's just fine. You don't see it, and because you can also plug the actual spear into the staff, and there you go. Like I said, whoops, I'm gonna super glue this back together. So yeah, glue that back together. But one thing, because the end here is a round ball peg to go into the neck, it means that the spear itself is also going to be an odd ball peg. Hence, you can see that it's kind of moving around, doesn't even stay too tight there. I mean, it's fine if you just swing it, but like if I just hold this, it can come off quite easily. So maybe posing in certain angles, or posing where the figures might get annoying after a while. But it's okay. Like, just I guess having some leeway is better than not having any, I guess. So yeah, of course on the back here, finally, he has a little hole there for the stand. So why did they give me that extra bit? I'm not going to use that extra bit. It's silly. Just gonna have him like that. So just plug this in. Oh, goes in deep. Oh, deeper. Funny how they saw the rape thing going on in the game, and now he's being raped by stage. You finally got your comeuppance. He's like, damn you, Figma. That's his voice. That's his official voice. Anyway, there is stage. Bend it up a little bit. Bend this down. And yeah, here you go. You can stand. Boom it head. So let's get out of the way and talk about articulation. So you saw there was a double joint thing going on there, so top neck, bottom neck, can move quite a lot around there. Joint inside the shoulders there, so you can rotate a little bit, full rotation, slight rotation like this way, double, did I just... So after that annoyance, I took that head without the spear hole, took the joint down, just replaced that, so you can see the color's different. People online do sell these joints, but the only one I saw on eBay, like he sells a pack of random colors. So I don't know, eventually if I break another joint then I'll get a bag of those and see if we can get some joints replaces. Until then, yeah, great quality Figma. I mean, look, to be honest, I have heard that Figma joints are quite breakable in comparison to other stuff like Revoltech and Figuarts. Like I've had Figuarts damage before, but people online do say the Figma ones are slightly more fragile. So do be careful, don't be like me, I guess. So I'll just have to live with that for now. I'm not too bothered. It's okay. So that's the joint there. Swivel there. Swivel on the lower arm as well. So quite a lot of movement there. And it's on a little peg, that's on a little swiveling joint, so again be careful, don't snap this. At least they do give you a spare one of these in the box, so it's like they know their small joints are really fragile. Look at me, I'm Pyramid Head, I'm super scary, and oh, my arm fell off. So yeah, double joints here, and then we have this I mean there's a soft rubber here that's been glued onto a hard plastic, but this whole piece there, like instead of just like a cloak slash cape thingy, so there's this weird sort of baggy thing going on underneath there, which is very interesting. Like you see this front piece actually goes all the way back, like some sort of skirt, so your legs can come out, whatever. When you put the legs back in, this thing like just like a sort of like a rubber band, its spring just pulls itself back in. It's sort of weird. It's like a way to have a skirt and yet still, I don't know, it's very odd to me. Back's not so good though. I think the back looks a bit weird. Anyway, you have the joint up here, up, back. Standard Figuarts legs joint, but of course with this thing in the way, it's quite hard to do a lot of poses, and I don't want to put too much stress on this again because I'm like breaking another joint. So back there, double knee joint, toe joint, leg foot joint, same as the arm, and a toe joint which is refusing to move, so dare I move it? Watch it go. Oh. Just that small movement, might as well not be there. Figma's Silent Hill 2 Pyramid Head definitely has that ew factor that he's supposed to have, and that's a good thing. Visually, this figure is very nice. The plastic mold, there's no scars anywhere, molding injection scars, lines, and the paint job is really good. Like I said, picking up his head, looking underneath his helmet, it's just like, ugh. And that's a really good thing. His sort of, his dress, like his cloak thing, or apron, whatever it is also very good looking and highlighted the figure. The muscle is not too special, but you know, it definitely looks the part with all the little veins, and his glovey hands also really nice as well. Unfortunately, this figure is, well, you saw that thing snap, but really Figma are more fragile than other figures. His weapons as well, his accessories, his blade and the spear are very fragile. It's one of those pieces of plastic you pick up and you just think, this feels a bit thin and I can easily snap it in half. Even plugging the sword into his hand also feels a bit iffy. Speaking of the sword, well, visually both the sword and the spear do look really good, have that rusty and gritty feel to them and look to them as they do in the game. Is the sword that short? I'm sure the sword's way longer because he's always dragging it behind him. While you do have the slanted hand for holding the sword in a dragging position, it just doesn't quite drag too well. Like it's just isn't long enough. It's almost there. Like it can touch the floor, but I do question if it's supposed to be that short. I haven't played in a while, but I guess a quick look online would tell me if it's short or long enough. Maybe this is that magical old PS2 video game logic where he's dragging the sword, but as soon as he's in that little tight room when you're supposed to like just try and survive him, he's got a short again so he can maneuver through the room or something like that. So yeah, Pavlov starts gets the stage on the hands, which is enough for Figma, I guess. He isn't too expensive, but the quality of hand, you do have to be slightly careful. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below. And of course, take care, have a nice day, and I sure hope the nurses are better than this. Hope.